And welcome back into the Western Dubuque Bobcat Gymnasium. Hard not to get excited for this dual meet tonight, as not only do you have the old Chicago Bulls introduction song, you've got Rob Horner on the microphone tonight introducing these two lineups, and I tell you what, it almost sounds like you're sitting in the United Center tonight, that same deep voice that used to announce Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and those guys. But that's basketball. We're here in the wrestling gym tonight, and what a dual meet this is going to be, Roger Reed, as the Hawks and Bobcats kind of battle it out here for a share, or perhaps for the Hawks, a sole possession of the WAMAC East Division title. If the Bobcats win this duel, it's a three-way tie between Mount Vernon, West Delaware, and Western Dubuque. If the Hawks win tonight, they win it outright. So what a duel this is going to be here tonight.
Well, you're exactly right, Jamie. We've been looking forward to this duel for since the Christmas break. And there's a nice article in the Gazette by KJ Pilcher the other day on the upcoming Western Dubuque Bobcats, how they've had a really nice second half of the season so far. They were second at the Linn-Mar duels. They beat Linn-Mar, and then they were beaten soundly by top-ranked Mediapolis, but they were 4-1 on the day with some impressive wins there. So, you know, they think they got a shot here, and rightly so. This is going to be one of those match-by-match, period-by-period, move-by-move dual meets. And it could come down to the last weight, and I'm thinking this might be a 33-31, 33-30, 35-34 type of meet, Jamie.
Yeah, it certainly could. As we mentioned, the West Delaware coaching staff. We'll take a look here at the Western Dubuque coaching staff. Head coach Paul Cleary, as he took over for Coach Danner a couple years ago. His assistant coaches are Jordan Lloyd, Jamie Ball, Tyler Horner. Volunteer coaches Troy Brown and Matt McCarthy. Don't forget, or we want to remind you, or let you know that tonight Western Dubuque live streams their wrestling meets. I believe it's just a video feed, so you can go to it's through YouTube, so you can go to YouTube, search Bobcat Wrestling 122. That's Bobcat Wrestling 122, and you can keep us on your radio dial and watch the meet on video right there on YouTube, as you can watch that. Watch this dual meet, as we're going to start at heavyweight here, as Richie Hevron for West Delaware is going to take on Dylan Hafler from Western Dubuque. Hafler, junior for the Bobcats. As once again, you can keep us on your radio. Watch the meet on Western Dubuque's live feed on YouTube.
Well, Jamie, it's going to be important for West Delaware to get out to a quick start here. They're going to give up 6. They're going to give up 6. Oh, this is Brennan Cooper moved up, I believe. Brennan Cooper moved up to 285, so Cooper moved up to take on Richie Hevron. I thought, looking a little bit, Richie Hevron looking a little bit larger out there, not a very big heavyweight for what we're usually seeing from Western Dubuque. So Coach Paul Cleary trying to shuffle his deck just a little bit to get a matchup, and we'll see if that pays off. And I think they were looking to get a win here, and then they're going to pick up 6 at 106. To take a big lead going into the meet. So Richie Hevron's got something to say about taking on number 5 Brennan Kuprik here for Western Dubuque. Again, 105 left to go. Sweep single by Kuprik is in deep. We'll see if he can handle the weight and the hips of Hevron. Richie Hevron's been wrestling very, very well, Jamie. So this is not going to be a cakewalk for Kuprik.
No, it isn't. And that's you hope if you're West Delaware, you'd like to start off right off the bat and make a move like this by Western Dubuque. You'd hope it would pay off for your own team, but we'll see what the Hawks, Richie Hevron, can do here against Brennan Kerprick. And Kerprick comes in here ranked, I believe, number 5 in the state in Class 3A. So
no slouch here, but you know what? Richie Heveron's been wrestling a lot of good people. There's a sweep single by Kirprick, and he got in deep, cut the corner on Heveron and picked up 2. And going to go up early here, 2-0, 14 seconds left to go. And again, that's what you do when you're wrestling a bigger opponent. You get to the outside, shoot that sweep single, and he got in on it, cut the corner on Heveron and picked up 2. All right, 12 seconds left to go here. And it's going to be a caution against Kirprick for starting early. And Heveron, let's see if Heveron can score 1 here. Heveron tries to come with an outside stand-up and a hard, tight waist chop by Kirprick. And the first period is going to end with a 2-0 lead for the senior from Western Dubuque. Going to be Kirprick's choice, and he's going to choose down. And Heveron's going to go to work on top. So, again, Coach Paul Cleary, looking at his odds, looking at his lineup, using his number 5 ranked wrestler here to get the edge here to take on an inexperienced Richie Heveron. 1:48 left to go, second period. A sit-out, turn in, a stand-up escape by Kirprick, and he's going to pick up the 1-point escape, and he's going to go up 3-0. So hard collar tie by Heveron, retie by Kirprick, and they're right on the edge of the mat right now. There's a tap and go again by Kirprick, front headlock by Heveron. Let's see if he can turn this into 2. That was a tap and go by Kirprick, showing a little bit of quickness, trying to get the corner on Heveron, but I'm telling you what, Richie Heveron's got some quick feet, and he was able to fight out of that single leg by Kirprick. 1:11 left to go. If you're just joining us, we're right here perched high atop the Bobcat Gymnasium at beautiful Western Dubuque High School. Their new gymnasium built a couple years ago here. We've got a huge crowd tonight. Again, Dyersville Beckman coming over tonight. First duel, West Delaware winning that duel by a score of 42-19. So the Hawks trying to make it 2-0 tonight. But I'll tell you what, the Bobcats are up for tonight. 43 seconds left to go, second period. Again, throw by attempt by Heveron, squared off by Kirprick. And back to the tie we go. Hard toss, sweep single by Kirprick. A nice job by Richie Heveron to square him off. And Jamie, I'm thinking if you're Paul Cleary, you're probably thinking, hey, a win's a win right here. And maybe you thought they were going to give up 6 with their heavyweight Dylan Hafler.
And right now it's paying off. You're looking, Western Dubuque's looking for a win here, and anytime you got a kid who bumps up, even a ranked kid like Kirprick, anytime he's able to bump up and perhaps pick up a win against any heavyweight is going to be pretty. It's going to be sitting pretty, and you got to like the win if you can get it. There's a lot of match here left, though. Exactly
right. We've got a whole third period to go here, and it's going to be Heveron's choice. He's going to choose down, comes right to his feet. Short sip by Heveron, hard tight waist by Kirprick, and now he chops that left arm, and he's got Heveron flat on his stomach. He goes right to work on a cradle, trying to set up a butcher. Again, I think Richie Heveron's a lot stronger than people think when you look at him. He's not very defined, but I'll tell you what, he is solid. Hard chop by Kirprick has Heveron belly down on the edge of the mat, and we might be off the edge of the mat, and we're going to keep wrestling. I think Heveron thought that whistle was the official on his mat. We go off the edge, and we're going to get a restart. And Heveron's got to hustle back into the center, and he's going to get set. And it looks like Kirprick's going to ride the left side once again. Maybe Richie's got to come to that inside stand-up. We'll see if he comes. Hard spiral ride by Kirprick. He takes Heveron back down to the mat, belly down, hard cross-face from left to right. And he's trying to set up a cross-face cradle on Richard Heveron. Heveron doing a nice job, basing out now, back up to all fours, tripod stand-up. Kirprick one more time, hard chop, chops that left arm, comes with the tight waist and whacks that left arm of Heveron and collapses that left arm and takes Heveron back down to the mat. Short set attempt now by Heveron. And again, staying behind the arms is Brennan Kurprick, the number 5 ranked 220-pounder in Class 3A. 51 seconds left to go in this match. Kurprick hanging on to a 3-0 lead. Off the edge of the mat we go one more time. Richie Heverin gets up, takes a peek at Coach Voss, and hustles back to the center. Kurprick saying, this is tough, giving up all this weight. Probably giving up 40 to 45 pounds on Heverin. Back to action. Hard chop again by Kurprick. Inside wrist now. He's got it, Richie Heverin flat. Now hard crossface from left to right again. Might have a butcher here. Heverin's going to his back. Heverin rolls through. Boy, oh boy. Tell you what, that's what Coach Paul Cleary, that's what he was looking for right there. Tell you, Kurprick had Heverin going to his back in that butcher. Now we're going to get warning against Heverin at 1 point stalling. Unbelievable. Here comes that hard inside wrist. Kurprick's got Heverin going to his back with 10 seconds. Heverin goes to his back. 6 seconds left to go. Kurprick's trying to put the double legs in. Heverin's bridging back and forth. Time's going to run out. It's going to be a 3-point near fall.
7-0.
It's going to be a 7-0 win by Brennan Kurprick. They'll take an early 3-0 lead after one.
That was a nice job by Richie Heverin to fight off your back like he did. You know, that looked like it was Kurprick's going to get the fall, but the the Bobcats are going to pick up a forfeit here. And Colin Kurprick is going to pick up a forfeit, and that's going to make it 9-0 Bobcats.
So the Bobcats out to a quick lead here. Patrick Woods now taking on freshman Jacob Close. So it'll be up to Patrick Woods to get the Hawks on the board here. And you know what Coach Cleary's talked to his young freshmen about. Get out there and give it everything you got. Patrick Woods definitely has a size advantage here, Jamie. Close is a little bitty guy here. Comes that front headlock by Woods. And he's going to cast himself around the backside and pick up the 2-point takedown. It quickly goes to work with a chop on that right arm. I'm telling you what, Patrick Woods has Close dwarfed out there size-wise. See if Patrick Woods can set up that chicken wing. He's got that right arm. He's got Close going to his back right now. He's going to stack him up. Might get the fall here, Jamie. We got a bird's eye view of it. Woods looking for the fall as Close is going to roll through. Referee bebopping back and forth underneath. There's the fall right there in 37 seconds. Patrick Woods gets the Hawks on the board with a 37-second fall. That's what you like to see.
It is, and you know, if you're West Delaware, you got to get yourself back in this dual meet right away. But we're going to move up to weight class 120, and we're not going to see Logan Riley here. As we're going to see Owen Ward up for the Hawks. As I believe he's going to take on Bailey Thurm, the junior from Western Dubuque. So it'll be Owen Ward here.
So the Hawks doing a little mixing of their lineup up, and we'll see what happens. Owen Ward. We did not see Owen Ward on Saturday at the Jefferson Invite, so we're seeing Owen Ward back into the lineup. Don't know why, but we'll see what happens here.
I think the wrestle-off between those two, from what I understand, is that close between Ward and Riley. So I think the Hawks just flipping a coin here in this second duel here tonight with Ward and Riley, and they're going to take on Bailey Thurm. Thurm, again, as we mentioned, is a junior for the Bobcats, and he comes into this dual meet here tonight with a 14-12 varsity record this season. So it's kind of a toss-up matchup here at 120.
Yeah, we talked about coming in. The Hawks were going to be favored in 5, and the Bobcats favored in 5, and we got about 4 toss-ups, or 3 toss-ups, maybe 4 toss-ups with that forfeit at 106. So this is one of those toss-up matches, and whoever wins this match is going to have a leg up, maybe with the opportunity to win this duel. Owen Ward for the Hawks and Bailey Thurm for the Bobcats. Ward now with an overhook on the right side of Thurm, and he's got a hard collar tie on the right. Maybe he's trying to set up a throw. Owen Ward working the head of Thurm, staying heavy on the head. Thurm in that square stance. Now a short arm drag, reshot by Ward. Right on the edge of the mat, Owen Ward taking a shot, and Bailey Thurm backs off the edge we go. Back to the center of the mat we go. 42.5 seconds left to go, first period. Bailey Thurm in that square stance. Owen Ward staggered stance, leading with that right leg. 32 seconds left. Owen Ward trying to pop those elbows up and penetrate on that double shot. And we got somebody bleeding. Well, we got a headgear malfunction there for Thurm. Bailey Thurm, the junior for Coach Paul Cleary. Bobcats up 9-6 after 3. Bobcats picking up a forfeit at 1:06 as Austin Howell is not in the lineup for the West Delaware Hawks tonight. Thurm now on the aggressive here these last 15 seconds. Thurm with the front headlock. Ward trying to short drag out of it. Now Ward's looking at a high crotch fireman's carry. 4 seconds left to go. Not shooting it, looking right at it, staring it down, but not taking the step to finish it. So this first period is going to be 0-0. It's going to be Thurm's choice. No, it's going to be Ward's choice, and Ward will go down to start the second period.
And Owen Ward coming into the night with a 6-5 varsity record this season. Done very well on the JV as he's 13-2 on JV this season. So, again, just kind of a flip of the coin here as you look at Logan Riley. He's 12-9 on varsity, so just kind of trying to go with a hot hand here.
Well, you're exactly right. Right now, Thurm is doing a nice job with the head lever and a nice stand-up by Owen Ward as Thurm drops in on a double, climbs the body with a bear hug, and off the edge of the mat goes Ward back down. Thurm trying to push him in, Ward trying to kick off. He might get stalling against Thurm. Ward trying to kick away now, and Ward finds the edge, and off the mat they go. Coach Voss saying, hey, get back to your feet. 1:26 left to go, second period. And Owen Ward's going to adjust his red ankle band here. And now he gets set. We'll see where Thurm decides to ride here. He's going to mount the left side. And there comes that hard chop. Chop with the right, or chop with the left, tight waist with the right, and he goes right to work on that 2-on-1. He's got that left arm of Owen Ward buried underneath. Ward's going to try to back over it and free that. But a nice 2-on-1 now goes Bailey Thurm on that inside wrist. Again, Jamie, we've seen a lot of people work that 2-on-1 right into a tilt. So Owen Ward's trying to free that arm. Bailey Thurm tough on top trying to work that tilt. 56 seconds left to go. Thurm now reaches through, threads his hand through that left arm. He's got a ball and chain on Ward. Now tries to set up a chicken wing. Ward frees that left arm now as Bailey Thurm locks up a chicken wing on the left side, tries an inside wrist on the right. 41 seconds left to go. Bailey Thurm now cranking that chicken wing. Owen Ward trying to prevent going to his back. Owen Ward looking like he's going to his back. Thurm's going to step and pick up some back points here with that chicken wing. He's going to pick up at least 3. Got a half Nelson with his head. Ward tries to roll through, and Thurm's going to readjust. He's got a half Nelson with his arm. 17 seconds left to go. Might be a fall for Thurm as Owen Ward gets himself in a precarious situation here. Thurm on top of Ward now. Ward's going to roll through with 7 seconds left, but it's going to be a 3-point near fall for the junior from Western Dubuque. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, Jamie, when you let people control your arms, that's exactly what happens. Good job by Bailey Thurm for Western Dubuque.
And he just went after it, and he didn't. He got in on that chicken wing, and like you said, he controlled it. Once he got in on it, he just kept going, and that's what you like to see there with if you're a Western Dubuque Bobcat fan here with Bailey Thurm. He went after, saw that chicken wing, and just kept going.
And we're going to have a caution now against Thurm for starting.
And Thurm's going to go on top to start this third period.
Hey, you'd be silly if you wouldn't, Jamie. Here comes that hard chop, and it goes back to work on that left arm of Owen Ward. Ward now on all fours. Thurm riding that tight waist, hard tight waist. He sits over that left ankle of Owen Ward, goes right back to work for that 2-on-1. Thurm now has put all kinds of pressure. Thurm has put all kinds of pressure on the arms and shoulders and hands of Owen Ward. Coach Voss trying to get Owen Ward back to his feet, but the junior from Western Dubuque is doing an outstanding job up on top, controlling the hips. You know, we talk about that all the time, Jamie. If you can't get your hips free, or your arms free, you're going to have a tough time going. There's a hard crossface by Thurm. Could have Ward going to his back one more time. Ward now sit out. He's going to try to face Thurm. I'll tell you what, Owen Ward looks like he has zero gas left in his tank, Jamie. Coach Voss up out of his chair telling Owen Ward to get his head up and get to his base. Thurm going right back to that chicken wing on the left side of Owen Ward. Owen Ward now limp arming out of the chicken wing. 47 seconds left. 47 seconds left to go in the third period, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead by Thurm. Coach Litter offering some encouragement over on the far side. Logan Riley with a foul in the JV match. 41 seconds left. And we're going to get a caution against Owen Ward now for starting too soon. And now we're going to get a caution against Green. And it's going to be 1 point. 3-1 now, Jamie. 1 point for Owen Ward off the caution by Thurm. So Ward's right in here with an escape and a takedown, but Bailey Thurm with a hard chop. He's got a hard chop, tight waist. He's got that chicken wing loaded up on the left side of Owen Ward. 30 seconds left to go. Bailey Thurm has ridden Owen Ward out for almost 4 minutes of this match. As Ward chose down to start the second, he didn't score any points. Thurm all over Owen Ward up on top. 13 seconds left to go, and I think this is one that Coach Voss thought they could steal away from Coach Cleary, but it's not going to happen, as Bailey Thurm is going to sneak away with a 3-1 win here at 120, and that's going to put the Bobcats up 12-6. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with the 126-pounders. You're listening to Walmack Wrestling right here from Epworth, Iowa on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back here in Epworth, along with in-studio producer Abby Becker, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed along with you here tonight. We've got Western Dubuque taking on West Delaware here. We started at heavyweight. We saw Brennan Kirprick with a 7-0 decision over Richie Hevron. The Bobcats took a forfeit at 106. Patrick Woods for West Delaware with a fall at 113. And Bailey Thurm with a 3-1 decision over Owen Ward has our team score 12-6 in favor of Western Dubuque. And up on weight class 126, we got Sam Phillips, the senior from West Delaware, taking on the sophomore from Western Dubuque, Dane Ganson. Phillips ranked number 8 in the state in Class 2A. He's 25-4 on this season. And taking a look at Dane Ganson, he is 22-5 in his sophomore season.
And right now, Jamie, Sam Phillips doing a great job. He's got Ganson on his back. Anytime you can wrestle a Ganson, I'll tell you what, you better come loaded. But Sam Phillips worked his way out of a Ganson shot in on a single, and Phillips worked out of it on the scramble. Now he's got a chicken wing on the right side of Ganson. Inside wrist on the left. Now a half Nelson on the left. He's going to try to load Ganson up in that chicken wing. And Ganson works his way out of the chicken wing half Nelson. So Phillips will have to go back to work with 8 seconds left. Phillips up 5-0. And again, you don't want to give up any points. If you're Sam Phillips, you don't want to give up any points here. And the first period's going to come to a conclusion. It's going to be Ganson's choice as he's got the green leg bands on. He's going to defer over to Phillips, and Phillips is going to choose down. So the Bobcats up 12-6. 2 wins and a forfeit for the Bobcats. And right back to work we go on the start. Outside stand-up by Sam Phillips. He's going to try to work some hand control to get to his feet. Ganson very heavy on that inside leg. Now he reaches back and picks up a leg. Phillips again is going to try to work himself into a scramble situation, but Ganson drops in on that single, lifts Phillips up and drops him back down to the mat. 1:33 left to go. Ganson out putting the cross body right in, and Phillips showing why he's a senior right there as he grabbed that ankle and flipped Ganson off his back. Got to his feet, scored 1 on the escape, now goes up 6-0. And again, you think Coach Voss is thinking bonus points right here, but I'll tell you what, Ganson is no slouch at 22-5. There's a throw by Phillips. He picks up 2. Now it's 8-0, working on a major decision is Sam Phillips. 1:07 left to go in the second period, and Phillips up 8-0. I'm surprised Jamie's not doing a little bit more wrestling on his feet, but he had Ganson almost turned in a pinning combination that first period, so maybe he's going to go back to work on his bar and wing series. Meanwhile, underneath Ganson trying to work back up to his feet. Hard cross face by Phillips, and Phillips is going to give up one on the escape, I believe. Not yet. There's a 1-point escape. Almost got himself a little bit out of position, but Ganson's going to score one. It's 8-1. 31 seconds left to go. Sam Phillips looking for a shot here with 30 seconds left. If you're Dane Ganson, you don't want to give up any points here with short time left. Again, 20 seconds, 18 seconds left to go. Phillips trying to hit that throw by on Ganson. Now an inside trip attempt. Phillips trying to work the head. Now Ganson drops in on a single. He's got Phillips' hips off the mat. 6 seconds left to go. Trying to score two. No points yet as Phillips is working out of a scramble. And I'll tell you what, he got his hips high. Phillips got his hips high. And Ganson almost had him lifted up off the edge of the mat to pick up two. All right, Ganson's choice to start the third, and he's going to choose down. And Phillips is going to ride on top. Again, 8-1 for Sam Phillips. He's got a chicken wing on the right now. Phillips reaches through. He's got the right arm controlled with chicken wing on the right. Now he's going to try to tilt. Ganson's got Ganson in a tilt. He's picking up near fall points right here. Now he's got a high leg over and trying to work for the fall here. He might have a fall on Ganson. He's got a half Nelson with his leg around Ganson's head. Ganson trying to bridge out of it. 1:32 left to go. Phillips trying to get his hips up on top. Ganson trying to roll through. Ganson's going to roll out of it, and Phillips is going to come out on top as he rolls through with Ganson. Hard cross faced by Phillips. And Phillips picks up three. It's 11-1 lead with 1:18 left to go. Boy, 6 would have been huge for West Delaware there, but Ganson fought out of that predicament and only gave up a 3-point near fall. Now an inside wrist by Phillips. He's going back to work on the right arm of Dane Ganson. Now a half Nelson by Phillips. 1:01 left to go. Again, the stingy sophomore from Western Dubuque giving Paul Cleary everything he's got. Now we're going to have stalling on Ganson with 50 seconds left. Phillips now with a cross body ride on Ganson, trying to stretch the sophomore out. Now a power half Nelson by Phillips. Phillips trying to work some more back points here. Ganson controlling some hands, and we're going to get a stalemate and a restart. Well, a major decision right now for Phillips, but you know they'd like more. Coach Paul Cleary offering some encouragement, and Phillips is going to go optional start and try to set up a drive cradle on Ganson. Ganson goes inside, bases out. Phillips now around the head. He's going to try to set up that cattle catcher. Ganson controlling that elbow. 22 seconds left to go. Phillips is going to try to throw Ganson to his back. Ganson right now basing out, controlling the elbows of Phillips. 10 seconds left to go. And Phillips is going to hang on here, Jamie, and I think he's going to pull 11-1 major decision. But again, I think the Hawks were thinking 6 here, and they got 4 out of it. So it's a 12-10 score now after weight class 132. So that's a match in which West Delaware was favored. They got the win. And we're going to move to weight class 132, where number 5, Austin Hosh, for Western Dubuque, will take on Connor Wickman, the senior from West Delaware.
And Austin Hush comes into tonight 26-0 for the Bobcats. Connor Wickman 18-9 this season.
So Connor Wickman will have his hands full here with the number 5 ranked Hosh, undefeated on the year. So Connor Wickman can wrestle. We've seen him wrestle very, very well, wrestle with the best of them. There's a single by Hosh in deep. Wickman not coming with a whizzer. I don't know why. Hosh cuts across to a double. Now a whizzer by Wickman as he gives Hosh that left hip. Now a quarter Nelson by Wickman. Hosh works that left arm. Wickman now coming to a crossface, and off the edge of the mat they go. Great shot by Hosh. Nice counter by Wickman, and that's what you'd expect to see out of two seniors that have spent a lot of time in the wrestling room. A dual meet score is 12-10 after 5 weights. with the Western Dubuque Bobcats holding that 2-point edge. West Delaware has won 2 matches by bonus points, a fall by Patrick Woods, and a major decision by Sam Phillips. The Bobcats have won by 2 simple decisions and a fall. Tell you what, there's a nice knee tap by Wickman. Could have Hosh on his back. Wickman has Austin Hosh on his back, and he's going to pick up 2 and 2. Boy, oh boy, that would have been huge for West Delaware right there, and that's what Connor Wickman does so well. He's got to have 2 out of that, 2 back. It's a 4-point move by Connor Wickman. He came with that front headlock knee tap, and he had Hosh on his back and couldn't quite tee out there, Jamie. Unbelievable there. That would have been the upset. That would have been a huge upset for Connor Wickman.
That would have. And, and if you're Connor Wickman, you've got to build off of that right now. You just put the 5th-ranked wrestler in the state on his back, and now's an opportunity. You got to advance on that. You can't sit on a 4-1 lead because Hush just picked up an escape. If you're Austin Hush, you got to have short-term memory. You got to let that one go and get back to work and do what you've done all season.
Well, we're right back in that same situation where Wickman's in a front headlock on Hosh. Hosh right now controlling that left arm of Wickman. Wickman controlling that right elbow of Hosh. We're probably going to get a stalemate out of it. Wickman came with a knee tap last time and picked up 2. This time Hosh doing a much better job controlling that elbow. 2 seconds left to go in the first period, and the first period's going to be over with Wickman hanging on to a 4-1 lead. We'll see whose choice it is. It's going to be Wickman's choice. He's going to defer over to Hosh, and Hosh is going to go down. Thought Wickman might go down, Jamie, but he's going to take that advantage in that 3rd period. Hosh now coming to an outside stand-up. Wickman does a nice job with a tight waist and a chop. Hosh controlling that left arm of Wickman, and Wickman's going to pick up Hosh and return him off the edge of the mat. We're going to get a restart. Reset now by Hosh as Wickman looks like he's going to ride the right side of Hosh. There's a whistle. There's a tight waist, near ankle by Wickman. He's going to pick up that near ankle. Hosh comes to a stand-up, clears the hands of Wickman, and we're right back to our feet, neutral position. It's 4-2 now in favor of Connor Wickman from West Delaware. Again, now, Jamie, a little strategy. There's a hard double by Hosh. He's in deep on the legs of Wickman, and Wickman's going to sit to his backside. Terrible position if you're Connor Wickman as he's sitting on his backside, and he's going to give up 2. We're tied up at 4-4. Boy, there was no down block at all by Wickman. A great double shot by Hosh as he got in deep, and Wickman tried to hang on for dear life but bailed out. Now drive cradle by Hosh. You might have it locked up. Wickman trying to get off the edge of the mat. Hosh is going to try to pull him in as he's wrapped around the head of Connor Wickman. And Connor Wickman now is going to come over the top of Hosh, but they're off the edge of the mat. No points. It's 4-4. Hosh gets up a little slow. Wickman gets up a little slow too. Both these guys are giving it everything they've got. 4-4. And we're going to get a caution against Hosh for starting early. Wickman set. Hosh set. There's the whistle. Hard tight waist by Hosh. Short sit by Wickman. He comes to his feet. Front trip attempt by a Hosh. Sit out, turn in by Wickman, and he's going to score 1. He takes a 5-4 lead. Okay, now if you're Connor Wickman, you got to move your feet. If you're Austin Hosh, you got to get back in on that double shot. 39 seconds left to go. Neither wrestler has been warned for stalling. Wickman, that staggered stance, leading with his leg. There's a hard shot by Hosh. Front headlock by Wickman. Off the edge of the mat they go. Wickman very good with that front headlock. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left, going back to a neutral position. Here's that situation you practice in the wrestling room all the time. You're up by 1, 30 seconds left to go in the match or in the period. You're leading. Boy, you got to control hands. You got to work inside ties. There's Wickman on a hard shot, reshot by Hosh. Hosh is going to pick up 2 on the edge of the mat. He's going to go up 6-5. He'll go up 6-5 with 10 seconds left. Well, again, that's why you're ranked number 5 there, Jamie.
Yeah, he got in there, and it was you talk about shot, reshot all the time, and that was a perfect example of it right there from Austin Hush. It was a shot, reshot, and he went right after it. Connor Wickman's going to come right back up to his feet, pick up an escape, make it 6-6. So What a match we got here.
So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Haas is going to give Wickman 1 and start neutral. Not going to do it. He's going to ride Wickman for a little bit. We're tied up at 6s. Well, we'll see what happens here, Jamie. Connor Wickman, you can't sit around here. You got to keep wrestling. What the Bobcats have been doing a very good job of tonight, Jamie, is controlling hips and arms of the West Delaware Hawks.
And Wickman's going to pick up a 1-point escape. Kind of showed a little flurry, and Hosh went right and just cut him loose. So now if you're Connor Wickman, you got to try to hold off this flurry because I think at this point here, you're not going to gas Austin Hush. He's ready. He's been prepared for matches like this, and you just have to you got to create some offense from your feet.
That's a long shot by Hosh. Boy, Hosh has been in on that single, and Wickman's been kind of slow with that counter. There's a long shot by Wickman, 1:23 to go. Long shot by Wickman. There's a long shot by Hosh. Got in deep on the legs of Wickman. Is going to pick up 2. He'll go up 8-7 now. I'll tell you what, shot or reshot here. Wickman now short sit, leaves his arm behind. Hard tight waist chop by Hosh. Hosh has Wickman back down. Wickman now trying to score 1 here to tie this thing up. 56 seconds, short sit by Wickman. He doesn't clear his left arm again. Makes it easy for Hosh to chop it and take him down. Half Nelson now by Hosh on the left side of Wickman. Inside wrist on the right, half Nelson on the left. 43 seconds left to go. Connor Wickman's got to score 1 to tie it. Austin Hosh is trying to ride him and keep him forward. 37 seconds left to go. I'm not sure if Wickman knows how much time's left to go in the match. Now Wickman up, short sit position by Wickman. Turning by Wickman, 28 seconds left to go. Might have an overtime here. Wickman now goes belly down. Hosh with a hard, tight waist. We're going to have stalling on Wickman. 19 seconds left to go. Connor Wickman does not know how much time is left to go in the match. There's a short sit by Wickman. He's got his hands free. He's going to split the hands of Hosh. Hosh dives in on a single. Wickman's going to try to come out the back door and kick himself free, but Hosh is going to pull his head free. 3 seconds left to go. Hard switch by Wickman. Wickman's going to try to step behind. No points. What a match. What a match right there. 8-7. Jamie, that's
great match.
We talked about that on the way down. Which Connor Wickman is going to show up tonight? You know, you're 10 more seconds away. You start that flurry with 30 seconds instead of with 12 seconds, and you got an opportunity to win that match.
Absolutely, but I tell you what a match by Connor Wickman and Austin Hush. Them two, they left it all on the mat in that match right there, and you got to love to see that. As you know, Western Dubuque probably looking for bonus points there from Austin Hush. Connor Wickman comes out and starts it off with a flurry, gets that 4-point move right off the bat. And it ends in an 8-7 match. What a match that was between those two. As we move up to 138, you've got Bo Vasky from West Delaware, the senior, taking on Garrett Spohr, the senior from Western Dubuque.
And here's an opportunity. Bo Vasky having a great weekend at Cedar Rapids Jefferson last weekend, finishing in that runner-up spot, winning some tough matches. And tell you what, he's got a tough one right here. He's got a little Bobcat by the name of Garrett Spohr, who is short and stocky, and I'm telling you what, he's put together. Bo Vasky.
Spohr, not a lot of varsity experience this season, as he's 11-9 on JV, but just 2-0 in the varsity this year. Bo Vasky, again, a good weekend this last weekend. He's 20-10 on his senior campaign.
So you think Coach Voss is thinking about bonus points here. He'd like to get the win first, and Coach Cleary thinking about, hey, Garrett Spohr, get out there and do a job for us. 1:11 left to go, first period. Vasky working on a 2-on-1, a Russian tie, not having much luck with it. Working that pass. Spohr very short and stocky. Vasky tall and lean. Contrasting body types here. And Vasky now working on a 2-on-1 on the right side of Spohr, and Spohr pushing the head of Vasky away. 56 seconds left to go. Vasky now with the snap down. Spohr back up to his feet. Gives Vasky a push off the edge of the mat, and here we go. Back to the center. That was a great match. 8-7, Austin Hosh and Connor Wickman. We might see that again next Saturday, Jamie. Finals of that Walmack, who knows? There's a long shot by Vasky in deep on that tree trunk leg of Spohr. He's got Spohr lifted up off the mat. Let's see if he can turn this into 2 and more. He's got Spohr on his back. Got to pick up 2 first. Spore's going to try to roll him through. Vasky's going to pick up 2 and 2. Vasky trying to work a cradle on Spore. Spore back to his feet. Vasky latches on to the right leg of Spore and takes Spore back down to the mat. Good job. Good lift and return by Vasky. Nice hand control by Spore. 4-0 lead now for Vasky as he works a chicken wing on the right side, or excuse me, on the left side of Spore. With 1 second left to go, Vasky is going to go to the second period with a 4-0 lead. It's going to be Spore's choice. He's going to defer over to Vasky, and Vasky's going to go down. All right, we'll see what Garrett Spore's got for an offense. Western Dubuque, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors in this lineup. Again, showing some experience here for Coach Cleary. There's an inside stand-up by Vasky. Spore reaches down and picks up that inside single. Vasky comes to a roll through. Vasky coming out of the scramble is going to pick up the 2-point reversal. That was a dive. Vasky a dive between the legs of Spore, and he came out the backside. Now Vasky working on a chicken wing on the right side of Spore. He's going to try to lock it up elbow to elbow. He's got Spore cranked over. He's got that left shoulder posted. Vasky trying to take a big step around the head of Garrett Spore. He's got to work that inside wrist. He's picking up back points. He might have a fall here, Jamie Vasky. 1:17 left to go. There's the fall. Bo Vasky in 2:45 with a chicken wing on the right. He scooped that left arm and recorded a fall for West Delaware. Vasky with a fall. That will put the Hawks up 16-15 after weight class 138. And we got 2 more seniors going at it right here. Levi Hosh and Tim Tutton.
And Tim Tutton comes into this match. He's 13-14 this season. Levi Hosh comes into tonight's match. He's 10-9 on the season.
Okay, so this is one of those toss-up matches we talked about, Jamie. So Levi Hosh, very tall and lanky for a 145er. Tim Tutton a little bit short. There's a sweep single attempt by Tutton. He misses the sweep single, and Hosh runs right over the top of Tutton and picks up 2 to start with. And here comes a cross body ride by Hosh, and that's giving Tutton fits through the course of the year. Anybody that throws a leg in on Tim Tutton, he just kind of panics underneath. Hosh working a power half Nelson. Power half Nelson on the left. And Tim Tutton belly down right now as Hosh has that left leg scoop. Now a half Nelson on the right. Tutton going to his back, trying now to his feet. Tim Tutton showing a little strength here as Hosh had an inside wrist on the left. Now Hosh over the top of Tutton, and we're going to get potentially dangerous. I tell you what, that was a couple of opportunities there for Hosh to pick up some back points with that power half Nelson inside wrist. Tim Tutton, a nice job with hand control. Caution against Hosh. And Hosh is going to ride the right side. There's a short sit by Tutton. Here comes a cross body ride by Hosh. And he's got Tutton flat on his stomach in the middle of the mat with 51 seconds left to go, first period. Get a dual meet score. The Hawks just took their first lead of tonight, 16-15, courtesy of that fall by Bo Vasky. Here comes a hard crossface from right to left by Hosh. He's got the left arm of Tim Tutton across his face. He's trying to set up a crossface cradle. Tim Tutton's on his back, and a crossface cradle rolls through, and he's going to come out of that with a 2-point reversal. Tim Tutton looks like he was kind of baiting Hosh with that. Now Tutton with a chicken wing on the right, or on the left. He's going to try to crank Tutton. He's going to try to crank Hosh over. He's got 12 seconds. Going to try to take him. That's got a little bit impatient. 8 seconds left to go. Now Tutton with the cradle on Hosh. He's got Hosh on his back, picking up some back points. And he's going to get 2 out of it. 2 near fall. Tim Tutton will take the lead 4-2.
There's a good little flurry there by Tim Tutton at the end. You know, Hosh was doing a great job riding on top, and he left that opportunity for Tutton, and he took advantage of it. If you're Levi Hosh there, when you're riding tough on top, you got to stick with the basics. You know, break him down, and he wasn't able to do that right away, and Tutton was able to take advantage of it.
Now Tim Tutton, there's a fall. Tell you what, Jamie, Hosh was trying a big move there. A stand up by Hosh. Tutton dropped in on a single. Hosh tried to elevate Tutton over the top. And I'll tell you what, Tutton collapsed on Hosh, caught Hosh on his back, and that's a 6-point move. That was one of those matches, I believe, that Western Dubuque was slightly favored to win that match, and the Hawks turned that into a 6-point fall. So they're up now by 7, 22-15, going into weight class 152.
Yeah, for the West Delaware Hawks, that was a big match for them to win. Western Dubuque, Levi Hush, he was right in that match from the beginning. They were back and forth, and Hush, like you said, what he tried doing is Tutton went down, and he tried to throw him back over him, and Tutton came out with, that big move and caught Hush on his back and picked up the fall. That's going to make our team score 22-15 in favor of West Delaware. As we move up to 152, we got Dylan Ganson, the number 8 ranked wrestler in Class 3A, taking on Max Ridenour, the sophomore from West Delaware, and Ganson out with a quick takedown. He leads it 2-0 right now over Ridenour.
And the Western Dubuque Bobcats are going to try to get that 6 points back, as Ganson has Ridenour in a chicken wing on the right side, inside wrist on the left. And this could be a pin or be pinned right here. Max Ridenour trying to work out of that wing. He's got 1:04 left to go in the first period. Ridenour trying to bridge out of it. Could be a fall there by Ganson. Could be a fall by Ganson. There's the fall. They traded 6 for 6 right there as Dylan Ganson showed his number 8 ranking there with that chicken wing. And Max Ridenour having a tough night here, Jamie. Tell you what, he let Dylan Ganson right in on that inside wrist.
It's going to make it 22-21, as that was a 1 minute 8 second fall for Ganson. Now we're going to move up to weight class 160. We got top-ranked Jake Voss from West Delaware taking on the junior from Western Dubuque, Jacob Birds.
And the Hawks would like to have 6 out of here. We'll see what happens. Bird's very short and stocky, 160-pounder. There's a snap down by Voss. Voss working on an inside, he's working on a front headlock, and he cuts the corner on Birds and picks up 2 for the takedown. Jacob Birds is a junior. And in the hole is a featured match coming up with Brett Lammers and Max Lyon, the outstanding freshman.
170 varsity on the first open match. 170 varsity on
Will Wenger's.
There might be some shifting.
There might be some shifting here, Jamie.
Will Wenger's going to wrestle on the JV mat right now. So we'll see what the Hawks are up to here. As we may see, I see Alex Reitz warming up over there. We might see Alex Reitz versus Max Lyon, and then see what the Hawks can do as far as bumping up here in these next few weights.
Yeah, it could be interesting, Jamie. So again, both coaches that are looking at their deck of cards, and it's like playing I don't know what here. They're both looking at the lineups, trying to find the best possible matches. 51 seconds left right now. Voss has a ball and chain. He's got that left arm of Bird's trapped between his legs, and he's working a chicken wing on the right. He's got the chicken wing locked up. Now he's trying to go elbow to elbow with the wing, and Birds works that. Birds showing a little bit of strength right there as he frees that left arm, that ball and chain that Voss, not too many people have done that through the course of the season. Voss has been very good with that ride up on top. He's going to lock it up again with 24 seconds left, and now he's going to stay heavy on the arms and shoulders of the junior from Western Dubuque, Jacob Birds. 15 seconds left to go, first period. And a hard ride by Voss, as spiral ride by Voss, as he's still controlling that left arm of Birds, and Birds is content to go on all fours here as this first period comes to a close. 4-1 lead by Voss. And it's going to be Voss's choice. He's going to go down. And now we're going both mats. We're going to see Alex Reitz against Max Lyon. Jamie, is that correct?
Yep.
All right.
Now go 2 maps on the varsity. 2 maps on the varsity.
All right, Jake Voss is a 1-point escape for Voss. He's going to go back to work. He's up 5-1. There's a throw by Voss. I think Voss needs to go. He's working a half Nelson with an inside wrist on Birds. He's got Birds' shoulders all turned out of place. Working that half Nelson. He's trying to hip into Birds. Birds still up on all fours again, showing some strength. 123 left to go. Hard half Nelson now by Voss. We'll see if Voss goes back to something. Birds doing a nice job. 7-1 lead by Voss. Gonna see Max Lyons, who's ranked as a freshman. He's ranked number 5. He's 24-2. And very seldom do you see a freshman in Class 3A at weight class 170 ranked number 5. But Lyons in early on a high crotch and is going to pick up 2.
Voss working a half Nelson. We're going to get potentially dangerous. As I tell you what, Bird's doing a good job of not letting Voss work him over here. As Voss is on top here, 48 seconds left to go in this second period. Jake Voss with a 7-1 lead. He's going to cover the right side of Birds here as we come back to action.
Alex Reitz down, and Max Lyon has a tight waist, and he's got an inside wrist. Now a head lever by Lyon, and he's going to try to run that head lever on Reitz. He's got Reitz on his back, and he's going to pick up 2, and he's going to bump Reitz with his hip. Now he sinks that half Nelson in, and there's the fall. Boy, that was a quick fall there. 46 seconds. Voss has Birds on his back in that tight waist tilt. He's tough for a freshman, Jamie. So Voss up now with 3 more near fall. Voss is up 10-1. And we're going to see Brett Lammers taking on Ryan Keneally at weight class 182. So it's 27-22 now in favor of the Western Dubuque Bobcats in our dual meet score, and it's going to be Bird's choice to start the third period. And all Coach Cleary wants out of Jake Birds is not to get thrown to his back. Voss is going to let him up, and it's 10-2 now. Thought we might see a little bit of this earlier. Voss doing a good job, heavy on the head, working that collar tie. On the other mat is Keneally and Lammers going at it. There's a hard snap down by Voss. 1:42 left to go. Voss working a major decision. Sweep single by Voss, and he picks up 2. Now he's going to work, see if he cuts him loose one more time. Then you talk about breaking your opponent. Brett Lammers giving up a little bit of weight against Keneally. This turns into a toss-up match now. 12-2, Voss up. Birds with the short stand-up. Jake Bird's very stingy underneath, Jamie. Voss has scored some points there, and Voss is going to cut him loose again. 12-3. Voss trying to get Birds moving. There's a sweep single by Birds. There's a half Nelson by Voss. He's got Birds on his back. Could be a fall. There's the fall. In 5:05. 5:05. And Keneally has to go to the blood corner. So the Hawks will go up now 28-27. And that's what your number 1 ranked wrestler does for you at weight class 160. Get the fall for you. It's 28-27. Now we're going to weight class 195. And we're going to see Scott Taylor. Bryce Horner taking on Scotty Taylor. So we start at 285. Who will the Hawks send out at 220, Jamie? We'll have to see. Oh, there's a double leg takedown by Horner. He got in deep on Taylor.
Probably Colin Weber.
What's that?
It'll probably be Colin Weber.
Colin Weber, okay. There's blood by Keneally.
Lammers gets a takedown.
As Lammers got in on a real solid double there. Taylor off the edge of the mat. And going to get a restart at 195. Bryce Horner. Horner now working a bar on Taylor. Tell you what, he's got Scott Taylor going toward his back. Taylor with very little hand control. Scott Taylor could get pinned here, West Delaware Hawk fans, as Horner is all over the top of Taylor. There's the fall. That might just salt it away for the Western Dubuque Bobcats. As Scott Taylor gets up off the mat, Bryce Horner getting the fall. So it'll be 33-28 now in favor of.
Have to see who the Bobcats are going to send out here at 2:20.
This should be at 2:20, Jamie.
But it is going to be it's still going to be Hafler, who was listed as their heavyweight.
Lammers has Keneally on his back, Jamie, right now. Could be a fall. He's looking, referee down, looking for the fall. Lammers has Keneally elevated. And the referee working to slap the mat. Keneally keeping that left shoulder posted and up. And it's going to be a 3-point near fall by Lammers. A fall by Lammers would make it 34-33, and it would come down to this last match with Weber and.
Just as we would expect.
Well, we talked about that. As Keneally goes back to the blood corners, he's got a gash opened up on his, right above his left eye. So they're going to put some pre-wrap on it now and tape this up. Dylan Hafler is a junior, and Colin Weber is a sophomore for the West Delaware Hawks.
And Hafler comes in here tonight. He's 0-0 on varsity, 21-2 on the JV. Colin Weber for West Delaware, he's 1-4 on varsity, 12-1 on JV.
So you got a coin flip there, Jamie. There's Weber on a single. He's in deep on Hafler. He's got that leg and he's going to cut across. Oh boy, off the edge. Oh boy, off the edge. Boy, Weber had a bear hug in on Hafler, and our referee stopped it as Weber brought Hafler back in with that bear hug and had Hafler going to his back. That got the West Delaware orange and black faithful up off their feet here. 36 seconds left with Weber and Hafler over on the far mat. There's a long shot there by Hafler and a go behind by Weber. He picks up 2, and now a hard tight waist and a chop. So any combination of 6 points by West Delaware, and they've got an opportunity to win this match. Weber now with the chicken wing with the bar arm on Hafler. He's got that wing. Now he's got a chicken wing loaded up. Let's see if he can turn this into some back points.
I think he needs to go with it. If you're Colin Weber here, he's trying to wing a bar arm right now, and I don't think he's going to get it. His time's going to run out. He's going to take a 2-0 lead into the second period. Still 5-0 over here with Lammers and Keneally. Lammers in the lead. There's a shot by Lammers, an outside single. And a nice down block here by Keneally. Now Lammers goes head in the hole, gets between the legs and going to try to come out, roll Keneally up, and he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown as Brent Lammers.
And Brent Lammers now up 7-0, Jamie.
And Hafler's going to choose down to start the second period, and Weber doing a nice job of breaking him flat down to the mat. He's just got to keep working here if you're Colin Weber.
They did a nice job riding the hips of Hafler, tying up arms. A lot of pressure forward. 1:37 left to go.
And more blood here.
And we get injury time, not sure why. Keneally goes back to the blood corner. And Weber and Hafler.
Got to move up there.
Weber down around the hips of Hafler. Weber trying to move up, trying to tack some arms. Might get a stalling call against Weber. Jamie's got to get off to the side. The referee's going to let him wrestle here a little bit. And it's so loud in this gym, now we're going to get stalling. He's going to get stalling against Weber for riding parallel. So that gives Hafler a restart.
Stalling on green.
Stalling on green. Okay, not stalling on Weber, stalling on Hafler. Now we got pulling on the headgear. That's going to be 1 as Weber grabbed the headgear on Hafler.
Lammers over here with a 7-0 lead as we're back to action with him and Ryan Keneally.
Caution now against Weber for a start. What an atmosphere, Jamie. Tell you what, this is what wrestling is all about here.
And just think we get to do this again next week over at Independence.
I'll tell you what, it's all about two good teams going at it. 46 seconds left to go. Nice chop by Weber. Hafler on all fours. Weber's controlling the hips of Hafler. Hafler with hand control on Weber. Hafler trying to escape. Weber comes right back to work and chops that right arm. That's a nice job by the sophomore from West Delaware. 29 seconds left to go. It's 2-1. Weber trying to set up for ball and chain on Hafler. Now we're going to get stalling against Weber. Wow. Didn't like that call at all, Jamie. Weber was trying to work a ball and chain. And Coach Voss doesn't like that call either with 24.2 seconds left. Hard stand up by Hafler. Nice chop by Weber. He's got to stay with that chop, Jamie. Comes a stand up by Hafler. Nice job by Weber as he back trips Hafler back down to the mat. Hafler trying to get to his feet. Weber on all fours. No points yet. Nice rollout by Weber. Boy, oh boy. Let's see whose choice it is. It's going to be Weber's choice to start the third. It's 8-0 now. Lammers up. Major decision. I'll tell you what, they're looking for some bonus points. All right, let's see whose choice it is. It's going to be Weber's choice.
We'll go neutral. Nope. He's going to go down.
He's going to go down, Jamie.
I thought Coach Voss said neutral, but
yeah, I thought he did too. Brent Lammers in on a double on Keneally.
We're going to get a caution over here against Hafler.
Lammers still working on a major decision. I know he'd like to have 6, but again, you're moving up. There's a sit-out turn in by Weber. He's going to split the hands of Hafler and going to go to neutral. Weber takes a 3-1 lead. 1:50 left to go. 1 minute left to go with Lammers and Keneally. Lammers working on that major decision. Neutral position, both wrestlers, 182 and 220. Sweep single by Weber, he's in deep. Let's see if he can cut the corner on Hafler. Got in deep, couldn't get the corner cut. It's going to be a 2-point takedown by Hafler. This is tied up at 3-3. Boy, great single, great shot by Weber. He just didn't finish it, and a nice go behind. This gym is rocking. 1:13 left to go. Half Nelson by Hafler. He's got Weber on his back. He's going to pick up 2 on the turn. Weber's got his head down. Hafler's picking up 2 on the back. 59 seconds left to go. Hafler's going to go up. Half Nelson by Hafler. He's going to pick up 2 back. He goes up 5-3. 48 seconds left to go. Legs in by Hafler. Weber's going to try to roll out of it. Hafler picking up back points. Weber's going to come up on top with a 2 reversal, but they trade a 2 for 2. It's 7-5 now. Lammers is going to win by major decision, 8-0. So it's 33-32 with 24 seconds left. Weber now trying to turn Hafler. 19 seconds left. He's got a butcher on Hafler, but he can't quite turn it. 15 seconds left. Weber taking a peek at the clock. 8 seconds left to go. 7-5. Weber trying to turn Hafler. Hafler belly down. That's going to do it. Hafler's going to pick up a 7-5 win. Hafler's going to pick up a 7-5 win and salt that away for the Western Dubuque Bobcats.
What a duel.
That was a duel. We told you it was going to come down to the last match. We said something about 35-32, Jamie. The score 36-32. You know, again, you go back and look at matches. Both teams had opportunities. You know, both teams had some upsets. Both teams had some opportunities to win matches. And that's what it came down to. We knew Western Dubuque would be salty coming in here, and we knew West Delaware was going to have to wrestle very, very well to win this duel. And I'll tell you what, came down to that last match, and both teams giving it everything they had. And Western Dubuque is going to walk away with a 36-32 win over the West Delaware Hawks. Let's take a short timeout. Jamie's going to figure up his stats, and we'll be back with more action. One duel to go here from the Epworth Gymnasium. You listen to Hold by Hold action from the West Dubuque Gymnasium, rockin' and rollin' on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back in here to Epworth. What a duel we saw. It was a good one. And the Western Dubuque Bobcats knock off the West Delaware Hawks tonight 36-32 here in our second dual meet of the night. And what a dual meet it was, Roger.
Well, exactly right. We talked about that on the way over, Jamie. We knew it was going to be about matchups. The Hawks were favored in 5 and the Bobcats were favored in 5, and there were some toss-ups in there. And we didn't go back through here yet to look at see, but I think the toss-ups got split, and Coach Cleary made a nice move there by moving Brendan Kirprick up there to wrestle 285, and that was probably a 6-point swing for them, and they won by 4. And it's all about coaching. It's all about putting your wrestlers in best position to win. And Coach Voss tried a couple of switches. One worked out okay. Other couple didn't work out so well. But that's what you do. That's taking the gamble. That's what it's all about. So here's how this meet fared out, and it was an exciting meet. Started 285 with Rich Heverin taking on Brendan Kirprick for the Western Dubuque Bobcats, and it was a 7-0 win for Kirprick, and that made the score 3-0 after one. Weight class 106, Colin Kirprick winning by a forfeit, so that put the Bobcats up 9-0 after 2 weights. Weight class 113, Patrick Woods for West Delaware winning by a fall in 37 seconds. That closed the gap to 9-6. Weight class 120, Coach Jeff Foster and Owen Ward into the lineup against a very good Bailey Thurm. It was Thurm winning that match 3-1. That put the put the Bobcats up by 6, 12-6. Weight class 126 saw Sam Phillips win by major decision 11-1 over Dane Gadsden. That cut the gap to 12-10. Weight class 132, and one of the best matches of the evening, Connor Wickman taking on number 5 ranked in 3A Austin Hosh, and it was an 8-7 win by Hosh as he came back from a 4-point deficit. Wickman had Hosh to his back the first period, didn't quite have enough gas to win by a fall there. Give Hosh credit for fighting off his back, but Hosh came back to score an 8-7 win there in the last few seconds of that third period. That put the Bobcats up 15-10. Weight class 138, Bo Vasky doing a very nice job against Garrett Spohr. Vasky winning by a fall in 2:45, making the score 16-15. The West Delaware Hawks take their first lead of the meet. Weight class Tim Tutton in an outstanding match. Tutton winning by a fall over Levi Hosh in 2:08. That lengthened the Hawks' lead to 7 as it was 22-15. Weight class 152, number 8 ranked in 3A Dylan Ganson made short work of the sophomore Max Ridenauer, winning by a fall in 1:08. That closed the gap to 22-21, still in favor of the Hawks. Weight class 160 saw top-ranked Jake Voss for West Delaware take Jake Birds to the third period before pinning him in 5:05. That put the Hawks up by 7, 28-21. Weight class 170, Coach Voss trying to move some people around. He bumped Alex Reitz into the lineup. Reitz taking on number 5 ranked and outstanding freshman for Western Dubuque, Max Lyon. Well, it was a 46-second fall by Lyon over Reitz. That closed the gap to within 1 again, making it 28-27, still in favor of the Hawks. Weight class 182, Brent Lammers wrestling Ryan Keneally. It was an 8-0 major decision for Lammers. That put the Hawks up by 5, 32-27. Then at weight class 195, the outstanding senior for Western Dubuque, Bryce Horner, winning by a fall in 32 seconds over Scott Taylor. That put the Bobcats back in front 32-33. And then in a wild match at weight class 220, the West Delaware Hawks, Colin Weber and Dylan Hafler, moving down from 285 to 220. It was a Hafler 7-5 win. That salted the match away for the Western Dubuque Bobcats as they win 36-32. West Delaware wins 6 matches. Western Dubuque wins 7. They take the other one by a forfeit. West Delaware has 3 pins. Western Dubuque has 3 pins. The Hawks win the takedown battle 12-8. Major decisions, West Delaware having 2 and Western Dubuque none. And Jamie Vasky, the tail of the tape there is finishing matches. We knew it would be an exciting duel coming in here. And Western Dubuque finished some matches, recorded some falls, and West Delaware putting their best foot forward here, but coming up short by 4 points.
Absolutely, and we know that Western Dubuque, we said it's going to be a close duel, and Western Dubuque got the upper edge and got that victory. It was a great victory for them. I think a much-needed one for the Bobcats. They haven't. It's been a while since Western Dubuque has beat West Delaware, so for them, that was exciting. They came out here and got a big victory against the Hawks tonight, and they've got one more duel here. So great duel, and we look forward to one more here tonight as we'll have the Blazers and the Bobcats coming at you in just a little bit. We'll be back with that. You're listening to High School Wrestling from KMCH Sports.